So let's all stand and face the east. Open up with the Lord's Prayer. Which way is it? Straight up? Okay. Now, it's the Lord's Prayer in Paleo Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Haya, Shemka, Yahweh, Malachwaka, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Haya, Aisha, Baratazah, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Natananawa, Lachom, Kau, Yawam, Wasalach Nawa, Kabawach Nawa, Kasalach Nawa, Kabawaf Nawa, Wala'ah, Dabi Nawa, Banasai one, Abo, Hawashai Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Wa'ala, Watapala Raf, Lagulumna, Amen. Go ahead.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 9. After this manner, therefore, pray ye, Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thy is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen. Hallelujah.
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 Hallelujah. Shema.
Shema.
Yasharallah.
Yasharallah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Allah Haynawa.
Allah Haynawa.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shema.
Shema.
Yasharallah.
Yasharallah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Allah Haynawa.
Allah Haynawa.
Yahweh. Shema.
Shema.
Yasharallah.
Yasharallah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Allah Haynawa.
Allah Haynawa.
Yahweh. Hear, O Israel, Yahweh our power is one. Deuteronomy 6, verse 4, Creole of Israel. Hallelujah.
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 Kum Yashal.
Come the shower.
All praises. All right. Everybody can have a seat. And tonight we're here to celebrate the Day of Simon. A magnificent feast day. Powerful family, the Maccabees. The Maccabees dynasty. All right. Warriors, Levite warriors, zealous for the law. Went to war with our enemies, these Edomites, okay, and the other nations that helped them. And what we're going to do is we're going to read First Maccabees chapter 13. But, you know, during this week, you know, just reading about the Maccabees, reading how, you know, they won their battles, the faith they had in the Most High is something that we all can we can take something from it, of course, and you know, think about today, what we're dealing with today with our enemies. Okay, there's nothing new under the sun, like Solomon said. The same people oppressing us then are the same people oppressing us now. So we've got to take that in consideration that they never left. You know what I mean? So the things that we did back then is still, relevant. Okay. And we're going to get to what he did to be such a great name in the nation of Israel. All right, so we're going to start with First Maccabees chapter 13, and we'll start at verse 1.
Khan, this is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 13 and verse 1. Now, when Simon heard that Tryphon had gathered together a great host to invade the land of Judea and destroy it,
Go ahead.
and saw that the people was in great trembling and fear, he went up to Jerusalem and gathered the people together.
Okay, so gather together, O nation not desired. Go ahead.
And gave them exhortation, saying, Ye yourselves know what great things I and my brethren and my father's house have done for the laws and the sanctuary, the battles also and troubles which we have seen.
Yeah, so we're talking about that. You know what I mean? The Maccabees were mighty. They were mighty warriors, mighty men, zealous for the law, and saved Israel out of a lot of battles with these heathens. Go ahead.
Verse 4, by reason whereof all my brethren are slain for Israel's sake, and I am left alone.
Let's get First Kings chapter 19 and verse 10. One thing we got to understand, the Most High doesn't need 50,000 people, 100,000 people to win battles. He needs men that are zealous for the law, to the best of their ability, have faith in the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and aren't afraid. Okay, because like the law says, if you're afraid, you got to go home. There's reasons why you shouldn't be fighting, and one of them is fear. All right, but if you have faith in the Most High, that fear should greatly diminish because you have a power on your side that nobody can conquer, hasn't conquered yet, and will never conquer because he is the power. He's the ultimate power. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, let's bring that out. First Kings chapter 19, verse 10.
This is the book of First Kings, chapter 19 and verse 10. And he said, I have been very jealous of Yahweh thy power of hosts, for the children of Israel have forsaken thy covenant, thrown down their altars, and slain thy prophets with the sword. And I, even I only, am left, and they seek my life to take it away.
It's Elijah talking to the Most High, saying, I'm the only one left. Now the Most High let him know that he has men saved that haven't bowed down to Baal, but it doesn't take a lot. You know what I mean? The Most High will sift people out that aren't worthy to fight for him. And he's been doing it for centuries. So even if you find yourself in these last days by yourself and a whole host of army in front of you, you have to have that faith. You got to have that drive, knowing that I'm here for a reason. The Most High has my back. Now, if you're hesitant and you're not sure, the Most High don't need that. He needs men and women, as far as in these last days, you might be by yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh, I don't have a man with me, and I don't know what to do. You know what I mean? There's people banging on my door. There's 300 soldiers banging on my door with M16s, and I don't know what to do. I'm frightened. But you have to trust in the Most High. You have to have your mindset that there's nothing that can touch you. You know what I mean? Let's go back to First Maccabees, the 13th chapter.
Come.
And for anybody to get, proud, like, oh, women shouldn't be fighting, women shouldn't be soldiers. In these last days, you never know what's in store. You know what I mean? Jacob's trouble, nobody's ever been through it, so we don't know. You know what I mean? So that's where that faith comes in. God has my back. He has your back now. Think about I don't want to say the C word, you know what I'm saying? Get taken off social media, but at this time period, like we shouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no, if you didn't get the jab, like you shouldn't even be here right now. What do? You put faith in the Most High. Now people are dropping like flies. So keep it in mind in these last days that faith is crucial. All right, let's bring that out. Start with verse 5.
It's the book of First Maccabees, chapter 13, verse 5. Now, therefore, be it far from me that I should spare my own life in any time of trouble, for I am no better than my brethren.
Very humble. Go ahead.
Doubtless, I will avenge my nation and the sanctuary and our wives and our children, for all the heathen are gathered to destroy us of very malice.
So he's saying, I'm ready to go. The sanctuary, our wives, our children. To this day, they can't stand the Israelites. We are a thorn in America's side. Every time we put up any type of video, anything on social media, it immediately gets, for the most part, taken down. We got stuff that got taken down, 4 years ago. No, like recently, but a video 4 years ago. They don't like the message, obviously, because I can go on YouTube and see the most horrendous things possible. And if you really, sit back and think about it, a lot of this stuff we put online is from YouTube. So how do you get taken off of YouTube for reposting something that's on YouTube? They're watching very closely. Okay. So the heathens are, you gotta understand, this is the process. You know what I'm saying? They have to discredit, dehumanize, deplatform. They did that with Kanye West. You know what I mean? The minute he started talking about who he was an Israelite, they broke him down. He couldn't put his money in the bank. All advertisements gone, social media gone. So if you say you're a Muslim, you're good to go.
Yep.
There's no problem with that. You say you're Israelite, you are public enemy number one. Okay. But you see, Simon, he said, man, I'm ready to go. The heathens are ready to destroy us. I'm ready to go. Go ahead, verse 7.
Verse 7. Now, as soon as the people heard these words, their spirit revived.
Because they're looking down, they're looking at the numbers and, what's going to happen. And, do we have a leader? You know what I'm saying? But the spirit was uplifted in them. And these last days, that's the plan. That's the plan is get our people right, get their spirit right. Get them into these scriptures. Because once you actually read the scriptures, you understand that God has your back and you can't lose. All right. Go ahead with verse 8.
Verse 8. And they answered with a loud voice, saying, Thou shalt be our leader instead of Judas and Jonathan thy brother.
Go ahead.
Fight that our battles, and whatsoever thou commandest us, that we do.
So they were in line. You know what I'm saying? You look at Nat Turner. You know what I'm saying? You can't go to war with people that the minute you go to war, they're running or they're turning on you. You know what I'm saying? So one of the first steps in battle is seeing who you're fighting with. You know, if you go back to back with somebody like Batman and Robin, and all of a sudden Robin's running down the street, you might lose because you have nobody to watch your six. All right, and that's one thing that the Most High will do. He will get rid of any fearful Israelites that aren't meant to be, in this fight. As we said, I'm here to divide. It's a lot of division going on throughout the nation. All right, you got to think about it. You know what I mean? Look at the Black Panthers. They some of them brothers was ready to go. They was locked and loaded. They were feeding their people. You know what I mean? Like I said, verse 7, reviving their spirits. But then he had somebody sitting right next to him that was talking to the feds. What is it? Judas and the Black Messiah. You know what I mean? And they didn't have the power that we have that will weed that person out. So that brought down the whole organization. They weren't following any law, statutes, commandments. They weren't fearful of the Most High God. Us law-abiding Israelites, the Most High sees all, knows all. You know what I mean? He knows what people are thinking before they thought it. They know, knows everything you've done since the day you were born. So, anyone that's not completely engulfed in this, you know what I'm saying, riding out for the Most High God, he'll get rid of them. Go ahead. Verse 10.
Verse 10.
Yeah.
Verse 10. So then he gathered together all the men of war and made haste to finish the walls of Jerusalem, and he fortified it round about.
Let's go to Nehemiah chapter 4 and verse 7. So what did he do? He gathered everybody together, revived their spirit, and now he is getting the wall ready, getting the defenses ready. Okay. So we have a blueprint for war in the Bible. You know what I mean? For everybody that doesn't read it, Christianity, you know what I mean? God loves everybody, and we should just come together and hold hands and sing Kumbaya. This is a blueprint for war right here. You know what I mean? So who are you going to war against? If God loves everybody, why would he tell you to destroy these people? Why the Most High get these mighty men together to go to war? Because God loves the Israelites. He doesn't love everybody. All right. Let's bring that out. Nehemiah chapter 4, verse 7.
This is the book of Nehemiah, chapter 4 and verse 7. But it came to pass that when Sanballat and Tobiah and the Arabians and the Ammonites and the Ashdodites heard that the walls of Jerusalem were made up and that the breaches began to be stopped, then they were very wroth.
So these other nations do not want us on our game. They don't want us to build up defenses. You know what I'm saying? The Most High say he's gonna make it a defense city. He don't want us to build ourselves up spiritually to have angels encamped around us. That's why they put pork in everything, gelatin and everything. We was talking about that.
Yeah.
Like children's allergy medicine, gelatin in it. Like, why would you even do that? But they know what they're doing. They don't want us to be a defense city. You don't want us to build up our walls, our spiritual walls, so we have a hedge around us. They want to breach our defenses. Okay? So they can continue on having us in sin, so they can continue on with their kingdom. Okay, so what we need to do, right? Build ourselves up. And then have a mindset of war. That's why we go through this, the Maccabees, you know what I'm saying? Simon and Judas Maccabees and, Hanukkah. the reason why we go through like this war like scenario is so we can mentally prepare as well for what's going to come next. There's no there's no mistaking that they have concentration camps. You know what I mean? It's not, it wasn't a lie that they bought a whole bunch of guillotines. The daggone post office bought bullets. What was the post office need bullets for? You know what I mean? They're like, oh, that was a long time ago. That was 2010, 2009, or what, you know, decades ago. But Esau thinks decades ahead. You know what I mean? The presidents in the United States make laws for future presidents. You know what I mean? It's always getting pushed down the line. So once we realize that this is how they fight, this is how they battle us, then we can begin to combat that. Okay, so say they do infiltrate. What do I have? Where do I go? What's the next move? You know what I mean? Always thinking ahead. You know what I mean? So you never get caught off guard. And then asking, you know, we don't do this all ourselves. So we ask the Most High, can you help me? You know, show me what's going to happen next. Give me a dream, give me a vision, Baba Gashar, and be patient and wait for it. So when it happens, oh, I see this coming. I see this coming a mile away. Most High give you dreams years ahead. There's brothers and sisters that had dreams about what's happening now when they're little and what's going on right now. Okay. I think it was Prodigy. He said, I had dreams about martial law. You know what I mean? Like, Prodigy's been dead for years, and this is a long time ago. Most High gave him these dreams.
Yeah, I remember that.
And he knew he was part. He said, I want to be part of 100. If they kill me, what else are you going to do with the rest of the 143,999 ninjas wilding? You know, so he wasn't, you know, he knew who he was. You know what I'm saying? Okay, where are we at? Let's go back.
We was at 11, going on 11.
Khan.
This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 13 and verse 11. Also, he sent Jonathan, the son of Absalom, and with him a great power, to Joppe, who casting out them that were therein, remaineth there in it.
Go ahead.
So Tryphon removed from Pelalias, Peloponnesus, with a great power to invade the land of Judea, and Jonathan was with him in war.
Go ahead.
But Simon pitched his tents at Adaiah over against the plain.
Go ahead.
Now, when Tryphon knew that Simon was rising up instead of his brother, Jonathan, and meant to join battle with him, he sent messages unto him, saying,
Go ahead.
Whereas we have Jonathan thy brother in hold, it is for money, that he is owing unto the king's treasure concerning the business that was committed unto him.
So it's like, like bail money. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're locked up. I need that bail money, right?
In the law.
What's that?
That might be in the law.
Yeah, give me a couple of dollars and I'll let him go. But we're dealing with the heathens, and a snake's going to be a snake. A liar's going to be a liar. A devil's going to be a devil, and we're going to get to that. Go ahead.
Verse 16. Wherefore now send in 100 talents of silver and 2 of his sons for hostages, that when he is at liberty, he may not revolt from us, and we will let him go.
So, give me 6,000 pounds of silver and I got you. All right, go ahead.
Verse 17. Hereupon Simon, I'll bet he perceived that they spake deceitfully unto him, yet send he the money and the children, lest peradventure he should procure Salakia, to himself great hatred of the people.
So he knows they're lying. But the people, our people, you know, let's get Romans chapter 10,
21.
Con. Yeah, you know what it is. Our people, that's another thing because we always go to the law. I mean, Slocky, we always go to the curses. We always go to the curses to find out who the Israelites are. But the description of the Israelites is ours to the T. You know what I mean? Stiff-necked, rebellious, group of people. Hey, man, you're God's chosen people. Man, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I mean, I'm a Muslim. What's your nationality? I'm a Muslim. I'm a Christian. All right, let me read this scripture. I don't read the Bible. What? This is our people. There's nobody else on the planet Earth that fits these descriptions that are so hard-headed other than the children of Israel. The people we see every day, the people we work with, people we live around. You know what I'm saying? Your neighbors.
Yep.
This is what it is. All right, let's bring that out. Romans chapter 10, verse 21.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 10 and verse 21. But to Israel he say, all day long I have stretched forth my hands unto a disobedient and gainsaying people.
The gainsaying people, this gainsaying means to speak against, to oppose. It don't matter what you say or what you do, Israel's going to oppose you. You know what I'm saying? It goes with councils. You know what I mean? It's council. Everybody thinks they're right. But it don't matter which way it goes, you're gonna have you could possibly have an issue with the results. You know what I mean? People like, yo, I respect you, I love you, and you are dear to me. You know what I mean? Like, if it wasn't for you, I don't know where I'd be. And then something happens, and then all of a sudden it's like, I can't stand you. You are off. I don't even, you are a thief, a liar, you know what I mean? Whatever they throw at you. But damn, like 5 minutes ago, I was,
it's all good just a week ago.
It was all good just a week ago. This is a gainsaying people. They're in total opposition. We've been there. All right, look, we're gonna go left. Nah, we're going right. All right, let's go right. Nah, going left. Man, I don't even know which way to go. I don't know. Let's go straight then. Nah, I'm gonna stand right here. There's nothing you can do to make Israel happy in a lot of situations. And that's you can't put this on the East Indians. You cannot. The white man's like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Democrat, Republican, man. You know what I'm saying? America. We're gonna keep this thing going. Now, of course, the Most High is throwing curveballs at them, where they're battling each other. But for the most part, in order for a race, a nation of people to progress, you have to be in accordance with each other. At least not in blatant opposition. But here we are. Okay. So as you can see back then, it doesn't matter what he did. If he didn't give the money, Israel's going to be talking crazy. He did give the money, Israel's going to be talking crazy. So he's in a rock and a hard place. All right. Go ahead, read verse 18.
Verse 18. Who might have said, because I sent him not the money and the children, therefore is Jonathan dead?
Go ahead.
Verse 19. So he sent them the children and 100 talents. Howbeit Tryphon dissembled, neither would he let Jonathan go.
Let's go to Sirach 12 and 10. Classic. Okay, so a serpent's going to be a serpent. So he was in, Simon's in a rock and a hard place because you got a known liar, right, of the heathen, and you have gainsaying Israel. So for the most part, he's like, I know they're lying, but if I don't give it, I'm going to have to deal with the people. All right, let's bring that out. Sirach 12 and 10.
Con, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
So you can never trust your enemy. You know what I mean? But Simon had to, make a decision, based upon what he knows. And, the decision he made, of course, Tryphon was lying. All right, let's go back to verse 20.
Con, this is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 13 and verse 20. And after this came Tryphon to invade the land and destroy it, going around about by the way that leadeth unto Adora. But Simon and his hosts marched against him in every place wheresoever he went.
Go ahead.
Verse 21. Now they that were in the tower sent messengers unto Tryphon, to the end that he should hasten his coming unto them by the wilderness and send them victuals.
Because the thing about what's important in war is to replenish. You got to replenish. You got to replenish your bullets. You got to replenish your weaponry, and you got to have food. If you don't have food, then you starve. You know what I mean? So they're saying, "Yo, come on, we need some more things." You know what I mean? We need some victuals. We need some food, right? Go ahead, verse 22.
Verse 22. Wherefore Tryphon made ready all his horsemen to come that night, but there fell a great snow, oh praises, by reason whereof he came not. He departed and came into the country of Gala.
Let's go to Psalm chapter 148 and verse 8. One thing you have to keep in mind, right? The Most High is a mastermind, right? If you look at, I always talk about missing 411, right? And it would be Esau walking with his child, and all of a sudden they turn around, the child's gone. They're like, okay, the child's like 2 years old, he can only go so far, right? So they start looking, can't find the child. So then they call in a search team, search party, and it's an Edomite child. So it's like, all right, let's get everybody on this. We need horseback, we need helicopters, we need the infrared, the bloodhound dogs, and everything. And it's God. When the biggest snowstorm in the world just shows up out of nowhere. It's either a snowstorm or it's a hurricane, or it's something so bad that search is called off. You know what I'm saying? The search is immediately called off, and it takes days. You know what I'm saying? If it's a snowstorm and it's 5 feet of snow, 10 feet of snow, and they can't search for the child no more. You know what I mean? That is the Most High vexing these Edomites, these heathen nations. You know what I'm saying? And it says it right there in the scriptures. He was going that day, he was ready to horseman, or that night.
That's why I was just reading again, Salakia, because it said it was so bad, they didn't even let you know. But there fell a very great snow by reason whereof he came not. So it was that bad.
It was that bad.
12 feet.
12
feet, 15 feet.
And the guy that
10 inches.
And the guy with missing 411, he will say he can go back in time to like the 40s or 1800s or whatever, and he can look at what happened, this child missing or somebody missing, a hiker or whatever, and then the next day or whatever, the wind, Slakia, the weather. Okay, let's bring that out. Psalm 148 verse 8.
Con, this is the book of Psalm, chapter 148, verse 8. Fire and hail, snow and vapor, stormy wind, fulfilling his word.
So that fulfilled the Most High's word. Look, you gonna chill. You need what? Victuals? Y'all gonna sit there and starve. You know what I'm saying? Because who can control the weather? I know Esau, everybody's harp. It's harp. Everything's harp. You know what I mean? A earthquake happened. Nah, brother, you don't understand. They got this They got this box. It causes all the earthquakes in the world. Man, the Most High says it's gonna be earthquakes in diverse places. It's been 3 earthquakes in New Jersey.
Con.
Why would Esau cause 3 earthquakes to happen in New Jersey? Or maybe it's Russia. If they had that type of crazy technology, they'd be using on each other every day. What's the point?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? NATO right now is ready to go to war with Russia. They're putting bombs. Pretty much damn near Slovakia. Almost all the NATO countries agreed that they want to throw missiles deep inside Russia. Why would they have to do any of that if they could just press a button and have a 10.0 earthquake happen at Moscow?
Right.
They don't have that type of technology that we think you do. They want you to think they do, but they're not the Most High God. The Most High God is the Most High God. Okay? And he controls the fire, the hail, the snow, and the vapor. It was like 4 feet of hail in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Why would any country want to bomb Mexico like that with hail?
Mm-hmm.
That's the Most High God. All right, let's go to Isaiah 47, verse 3. All right. Our power is the power. Stop giving Esau this credit. He said, all this stuff gonna happen at the end. You know what I mean? And everybody, and y'all just pretty much gonna have to deal with it. That's what our Lord and Savior said thousands and thousands of years ago. All right, and let's see what else he said. Isaiah chapter 47, verse 3. Bring that out, King.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 47 and verse 3. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
So the vengeance of the Most High God, the way he visits is through nature, through loud noise, earthquakes, tempests, things that people, cannot make up. You know what I mean? These tornadoes, it's like the most, they say it's climate change. Them coppers bringing us out. Daggone climate change.
Global warming.
Yeah, global warming.
Yeah.
Global warming, then global cooling, and then climate change. They don't know where they're going. You know what I mean? Like Esau cannot put sunspots on the sun. You can see it.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the sunspots. We had what was it? Global northern lights. Esau can't do nothing like that. That's the Most High God. That is cooking these Edomites from the inside out. It's like a microwave on this earth. They're like, oh, it's 70 degrees outside. It's looking pretty good. They're getting cooked. That's radiation. That's protons. They're not supposed to be outside. And then when they start Esau just falling apart and wasted away his inside's all messed up. He's not killing himself. This is the Most High God destroying this man. Okay, go ahead. You can read the next verse.
Verse 4. As for our Redeemer, Salakia, Redeemer,
Mm-hmm.
the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel.
So he's bringing us back. He's redeeming us. That has nothing to do with these Edomites. You know what I'm saying? So this is the Most High God doing this. He's not meeting them as a man. All right. He's destroying them through nature. All right, let's go back. Where we at?
We was at
23?
2. We was at 20, verse 23 coming. This is the first book of First Maccabees, chapter 13 and verse 23. And when he came near to Paschama, he slew Jonathan, who was buried there.
So, he's a murderer from the beginning. Go ahead.
Afterward, Tryphon returned and went into his own land.
Go ahead.
Then sent Simon and took the bones of Jonathan, his brother, and buried them in Modin, the city of his fathers.
Read on.
Verse 26. And all Israel made great lamentation for him, and bewailed him many days.
They're in mourning. Go ahead.
Verse 27. Simon also built a monument upon the sepulchre of his father and his brethren, and raised it aloft to the sight, with hewed stone behind and before.
Go ahead.
Moreover, he set up 7 pyramids, one against another, for his father and his mother and his 4 brethren.
You know what I mean? They asked who built the pyramids. Well, you know what I'm saying we have that type of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? They're like, man, there's no way they built the pyramids. It had to be aliens, man. You know what I'm saying? These things can't do stuff like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they try to they give credit. They don't give us credit for anything. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, we don't need their credit, but to hear them say it, we have done nothing on this planet Earth. They are everything. The last samurai, the last of the Mohicans. They are Noah. They are Moses. They're the Egyptians. And we weren't even the slaves, because we were the slaves, then we would have been Israelites. So you know what I'm saying? Right. Even of course in the more recent, I think they allowed us to be Samson, which is odd. You know what I'm saying? We were Samson, had locks and everything.
Yeah.
But
the AI.
God,
AI for sure.
You know, but yeah, built the pyramids. Go ahead. Verse 29.
Verse 29. And in these he made cunning devices, about in the which he set great pillars, and upon the pillars he made all their armor for a perpetual memory, and by the armor ships carved, that they might be seen of all that on the sea. Sail on the sea.
For a perpetual memory. Go ahead.
Verse 30. This is the sculptural, Salakia, which he made it modern, and it standeth yet unto this day.
Go ahead.
Now Tryphon dealt deceitfully with the young king Antiochus, and slew him.
Let's get Matthew 12 and 26. And that's what's happening now. You got right now, you have Donald Trump. It's probably hard for him to sleep. This dude is looking at jail time. You know what I mean? Like legit jail time. The Secret Service had to talk to the jailers. Like, all right, if he goes in here, he's going to have to get this wing. You know what I'm saying? Make sure his commissary is on Thursday, not Friday.
The Martha Stewart treatment.
Yeah. You got to get all that. And when he's walking through the jail, you can have nobody else walking with him, because somebody's going to pull out a shank out of some orifice and give him a couple. You know what I'm saying? Phone check. You know what I'm saying? Phone check on the president. You know what I'm saying? You can't be listening to his phone calls. He be calling up Melania. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a collect call from the New York State. Right? Yeah, she'd be like,
she'd be refusing that.
I do not want to talk to you, Donald. just click on him. You know what I'm saying?
I can't believe this. I can't believe this.
Right? You be snapping him like, lock in. You know what I'm saying?
I can't believe this.
God. You're sitting there in the day room wilding out, you know what I mean? You know, this is amazing, you know. So this is what's happening, and why is this happening? They say it is Joe Biden's administration. Joe Biden's justice system has charged this man in 91 felonies. He talks so much crazy talk, Sleepy Joe and da-da-da. Joe's like, all right, I got you. Yeah, give him a couple more felonies. Didn't he get some money, Stormy Daniels? Isn't that legal? Yeah, we're gonna have to charge him for that. He's like, everybody does it. But now as they fighting against each other, all praise and honor Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Their kingdom is collapsing and ours is uprising. We are meeting, we're reading the scriptures, We are praying. We about to eat some good food. You know what I'm saying? Donald Trump cannot sleep tonight. I wish he's on Twitter. He's on something. He's like, I'm not afraid of anything. Like, he is sweating. This man is facing legit jail time. They said they have a stone, like, their case is solid. No, there's no way he's getting off on this. And if he does, just say he does, he has like 89 more felonies, tax evasion, election fraud. You know what I'm saying? Like, insurrection. Yes, he is facing a multitude. So this is looking like this is the Civil War. I haven't seen that movie, but I'm gonna watch it. You know what I'm saying? It's the Civil War. If he's good and he goes to jail, I mean, if he's good and he gets off, the Democrats gonna probably riot. If he goes to jail, the Republicans are gonna riot. Either way, it's gonna be crazy in these streets.
Slovakia, that's what's in his campaign. It's gonna be a bloodbath.
Yes, he did say
It's
that.
gonna be a bloodbath. So
He
he's
says that too.
God.
It's gonna be a bloodbath.
It's gonna be a bloodbath.
He said, "Pride, what do you call it? Proud Boys." Yes, yes, yes. And the Proud Boys stand down and stand by. All right, I'm gonna need you.
Gonna need it's gonna be wild.
Right, but they all locked up. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. You can't even. Oh my goodness, loving it,
Ain't
loving it.
the leader of them got like 30 years, 20 years.
Yeah, at least a dub.
Dude, yeah.
At least a dub. I think a
Yeah.
couple of them are 19 years, and yeah, gotta get comfortable after that. You know what I'm saying? That's you gotta get your affairs in order. You get 19 years, you ain't coming home tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? By the time you get out, your daughter's, you know what I mean? It's like, well, you graduate from college and all that, right? So the stuff we have to go through, now they're going through. Most High is a mastermind. It's beautiful, beautiful. All right, let's bring that out. Matthew 12 and 26.
This is the book of Saint Matthew, chapter 12 and verse 26, going into the red letter. And Satan cast out Satan. He is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand?
It's like it's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? They fight against each other. You know, and don't forget Donald Trump in his administration, the Hebrew Israelites were under FBI watch. Right? What's his name? Jeff Sessions had to get grilled in front of Congress, or I'm not sure that the woman's name, but she was like, "Hold up, y'all watching the Israelites? What about these white supremacists?" You know what I'm saying? So that was under Trump's watch. That's why I don't understand all these Negroes walking around talking about, man, Donald Trump, when he was president, we was doing good because he gave us a check. But he was watching us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're bad people. You know what I mean? But I get what they're saying. I think Trump was funny because you could hear everything that he was thinking. He tweeted everything he thought. He had no chill. It'd be 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm up. And Donald Trump is up. I'm like, yo, this guy just tweeted talking trash about Hillary Clinton, and he's the president.
He held nothing back.
Nothing. He couldn't. He was void. God, he was void of discretion. He was not discreet at all. So that's one reason why, you know what I mean? People say he's a good president. I thought it's funny. But, you know, at the same time, that's my African Americans. You know, he's a little racist little thing. All right. Let's go back to First Maccabees, verse 32. 13 verse 32.
This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 13 and verse 32. And he resigned in his stead.
Rain.
And he reigned, Salaki, and he reigned in his stead, and crowned himself king of Asia, and brought a great calamity upon the land.
You know, so this is kind of like, you know, Jim Crow Joe Biden. You know what I mean? The stuff he's doing to Trump, you know, he ain't slew him, but I mean, you get locked up for, you know, Trump ain't no spring chicken. You know what I mean? A couple years in prison, you know, you might not make it out of that job, you know? So, you know, as bringing great calamity upon the land, it's going to be riots in the streets of America. Go ahead, read verse 33.
Verse 33. Then Simon built up the strongholds in Judea and fenced them about with high towers and great walls, and gates and bars, and laid up victuals therein.
It's getting ready for war. All right. Preparing for war. Go ahead.
Verse 34. Moreover, Simon chose men and sent to King Demetrius to the end he should give the land an immunity, because all that Tryphon did was to spoil.
So he's building up the land, getting his people together, and getting the economics in order. Go ahead.
Verse 35. Unto him King Demetrius answered and wrote after this manner.
Go ahead.
King Demetrius unto Simon the high priest and friend of kings, as also unto the elders and nations of the Jews, send this greeting.
Read on.
The golden crown and the scarlet robe, which ye sent unto us, we have received, and we are ready to make a steadfast peace with you. Yea, and to write unto our officers to confirm the immunities which we have granted.
Go ahead.
And whatsoever covenants we have made with you shall stand, and the strongholds which ye have built shall be your own.
Go ahead.
Verse 39. As for any oversight or fault committed unto this day, we forgive you. Salakia, we forgive it. And the crown tax also, which ye owe us, and if there were any other tribute paid in Jerusalem, it shall no more be paid.
So think about it like this. Right now, this is something that Russia did to North Korea. You know what I'm saying? Started realizing that these North Koreans, psychopaths, you know what I mean? They're ready to go to war. Okay, you owe us how much? Don't even worry about that. You know what I mean? Because now what happened? North Korea just threw they said it's a satellite with a nuke on it, you know what I mean, in the sky. So everybody's shook. And they just threw a rocket I think over Japan today, but before they shot something over there in one of those islands in Japan, and it exploded like over the island. You know what I mean? So Russia's sitting there like, go ahead, man. You know, you do what you got to do. You know, because they cleared out their debt. All right, go ahead, verse 40.
Verse 40. And look who are meet among you to be in our court. Let them be enrolled, and let there be peace betwixt us.
Go ahead.
Thus the yoke of the heathen was taken away from Israel in the 170th year.
Go ahead.
Then the people of Israel began to write their instruments and contracts in the first year of Simon the high priest, the governor and leader of the Jews.
Go ahead.
In those days Simon came to Gaza and besieged it round about. He made a war and set it by the city, and battered a certain tower and took it.
So they ran up in Gaza, right? With an engine of war, right? That battered a certain tower. It's like a tank. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, oh man, the first tank was made by, like our people. You know what I'm saying? You know, because Esau wants credit for everything. You know what I'm saying? But this engine of war battered the tower and took it. Go ahead, let's see what happened. Go ahead.
Verse 44. And they were in the engine, leaped into the city, whereupon there was a great uproar in the city.
So having a powerful enough engine of war to break down the towers of the city, right? Batter a certain tower in the city, and then everybody just ran up in that jump. You know what I'm saying? And that, if you think about it, that has to be overwhelming. The commotion, the chaos, and all of a sudden, them Israelites just running in there, right? Go ahead.
Verse 45. And so much as the people of the city rent their clothes, and climbed upon the walls with their wives and children, and cried with a loud voice, beseeching Simon to grant them peace.
Con. Like, they scared. You know what I'm saying? They're running up the wall. Go ahead.
And they said, deal not with us according to our wickedness, but according to thy mercy.
Because they know they should
Uh-huh.
be done. You know what I'm saying? That's the, and that's a lot of Edomites when we out there, on the highways and byways, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know we messed up. You know what I'm saying? We got centuries of evidence that we messed up, man. Have mercy on us. And they'll readily go down there and kiss the boots and everything like that, but that's not guaranteeing anything. You know what I'm saying? They have centuries to pay back, and they don't have access to that. All right. Go ahead.
Verse 47. So Simon was appeased toward them, and fought no more against them, but put them out of the city, and cleansed the houses wherein the idols were, and so entered into it with songs and thanksgiving.
So get out, cleansing the houses. You know what I'm saying? Get these idols out of here. The heathens love their idols, and start dancing and singing. Right. Let's go to 2 Samuel 6 and 14. It was a brother that no name, no blame, because he apologized. But when we had our Passover, they're like, you guys are just singing and dancing, and where's that in the scriptures? All over in the scriptures. If you actually read, you know what I'm saying? When to praise Yahweh Shem Yahushai, we do it with singing and dancing and timbrels and cymbals. You know what I mean? But we're musical people. They are. You know what I'm saying? That's why when you get Lil Durks of the world and Unsexy Reds of the world, and it's just like, man, this isn't us. We was self-destruction. You heard of self-destruction? It was like,
I'm proud.
Come on, fight the power.
Fight the power.
Yeah, we had some powerful music. You know what I'm saying? Up until this very day, but the stuff that Esau promotes. You know what I'm saying?
Salakia, that's what Yeshaya brought out. What was that? His last class about how that Edomite controls what to push out, what they should say, how to say it, and all that. That stuff is real, man.
And I'm looking at Gilly and Wallow just like actually promoting Unsexy Red's album. Like, go ahead and buy that and da-da-da. Like, man, what are y'all doing? But they have somebody that signs their checks. And they said, hold on. Yeah, I'm sure, they're like, man, that music's garbage. They're like, this $50,000 check garbage? And they're like, music ain't that bad. You know what I mean? So our people, we'll sell out in a heartbeat. But we really had excellent music to build ourselves up with at one point in time. You know what I mean? They had NWA came in there and this gangster rap. And who was that? He's like, let a Jew mess up our crew. What's that guy's name? Not Jimmy Iovine. He's the recent guy. He was with
Rosenberg.
He was with Bone Thugs and Harmony as well. No. White guy. Amalek.
Oh, man, see his face too.
I know, I can see it too.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Anybody know what that?
Something Heller.
Yeah.
Con.
Jerry Heller. Jerry Heller, I think his name was. Yeah, that guy was terrible. You know what I mean? And he made sure he pushed that stuff up. And then, Public Enemy, they're like, oh, well, you don't have to listen to that stuff. That's what Esau does. The Water King. Slacky, you bring out 2 Samuel 6 and 14.
This is the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 6 and verse 14. And David danced before the Lord with all his might. And David was girded with a lining upon,
Lenin Epop.
Epod, Salakia.
Con. So he's dancing with all his might, you know. Brought back the Ark of the Covenant, you know what I'm saying? It was a party, you know what I mean? Go ahead and read verse 15.
Verse 15. So David and all the house of Israel brought up the ark of the Lord with shouting and with the sound of the trumpet.
Con, blowing the trumpet and dancing. This is what we do. We're a musical people, you know what I'm saying? So that's why they put that garbage out there, you know what I'm saying? But you know, I still take it back to them days, you know what I mean? Say it loud, I'm bragging on proud, you know, self-destruction is still out there. So we ain't gotta listen to that garbage, but it's messed up that the youth, you know, whatever's new, they gravitate to. So that drill music and that garden tool music is what's out there on the streets right now. All right. But let's go back to Maccabees, right? And was that verse 48?
Con.
Con.
Yep. This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 13 and verse 48. Yea, he put all uncleanness out of it, and placed such men there as would keep the law, and made it stronger than it was before, and built therein a dwelling place for himself.
Con, so that's important, putting men there that will keep the law, you know, not men that, you know, could throw a spear, not men that could do 100 push-ups. It's like, look, man, people that keep the law, you're protected. You got angels encamped around you. That's the important part. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, you know, these men, you know, weren't, you know, not that they couldn't get busy, but there's you can be two. You can be both. You can be the warrior and the person that keeps the law. You know what I mean? And that's crucial in these last days. You know, go ahead, verse 49.
Verse 49. They also of the tower in Jerusalem were kept so strained that they could neither come forth nor go into the country, nor buy nor sell. Wherefore they were in great distress from want of victuals, and a great number of them perished throughout famine.
So, you know what I mean? You cut them off. You know, the Most High is doing this right now. The Most High knocking bridges down. You know what I'm saying? Washing out the main road on the town. You know what I mean? So people are stuck. You know, and it's happened to Esau because Esau did to us. New Orleans was Hurricane Katrina. You know, George Bush is like, oh, I don't know what to do. I can't give you guys water. Or, you know, we're gonna have to wait a couple days.
Hate black
Yeah,
people.
right?
West.
Con. He knew what he was doing. The more days that was,
Mhm.
you know, going by, people were getting more and more desperate, and that's go to the Superdome, you'll be fine there. That's why you can't trust these devils. You know what I mean? People went there, there's nothing to help them. Those people getting, you know, there's gangs there, and there's no help, and you know, a lot of stuff happened in those Superdome that, you know, people don't even want to talk about to this day. You know? And what did Trump do? Trump, you know, when Ephraim got the tornado happened. I mean, not tornado, hurricane. He went over there with what's it called? Not toilet paper, paper towels.
Paper towels.
Shooting paper towels at people. It's like, man, what I really need is food. They're like, yeah, sure. Yeah, here's paper towels. And then come to find out years later, they had a big warehouse full of clothes and diapers and food that they ain't give to none of them.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Infiltrated it.
Yeah, somebody went in there and opened that door like, oh, this was here the whole time. You know, so this war. You gotta let's not sugarcoat anything. This is war. It's been a war, you know, but the more time elapses, it's like, they're not so bad. Yes, they are. They always been, you know, and they're always, every chance they get to do something diabolical to us, they're going to do it. All right, let's go to verse 50.
This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 13 and verse 50. Then cried they to Simon, beseeching him to be at one with them, which thing he granted them. And when he had put them out from thence, he cleansed the tower from pollutions.
So you can imagine how dirty it was in there. You see Esau, He never washes his hands on a good day. So now they starving and everything like in that tower. You can imagine what it looked like in there. But you know what I mean? He cleansed it. All right, go ahead.
Verse 51, and enter it into it the 23rd day of the second month, in the 171st year, with thanksgiving and branches of palm trees, and with harps and cymbals, and with viols and hymns and songs, because there was destroyed a great enemy of Israel.
Khan. So all praise to the Most High. As you see the Most High destroying and bringing down Babylon to his knees, you can imagine, you know what I'm saying? What that party's gonna be like getting out of this joint. You know what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind. You know, it's already written that we won. We just playing the roles. You know what I'm saying? We got the script right here. You know what I mean? And we're just playing our role right now. Following the feast days, following the law, statutes, commandments. It's not hard to do. You know what I mean? It's not grievous. Reading one chapter and a couple precepts and praying is keeping the law. It ain't that hard. And the Most High is going to be like, I like what they're doing right there. You know what I'm saying? Look at HOI. Look at all those other camps. You know what I'm saying? They're keeping the law. How about earthquake? Huh? How about earthquake? We want a tsunami on top of that. You know what I mean? Like this is what happens. And it's gonna be further and further destruction. You know, eventually Esau and other nations are gonna take note, like, I think I know what's going on. And you know, and that's when they're gonna hold you, they're gonna grab you. Your friend's like, I come with you. I heard God's with you. Like, yeah, man, can I be an Israelite too? Nah, punk, we could roll with me for a while. Clean up, go take out my trash. You know what I'm saying? Mow my lawn. Let's get this slavery thing popping. All right. Let's read verse 52.
Verse 52. He ordained also that the day should be kept every year with gladness.
With what?
With gladness.
Nah, this is terrible.
With gladness.
Man, another feast day.
That the day should be kept every year with gladness.
What the elders say? Gotta get another garment. You know what I'm saying? Making things so hard, man. It ain't difficult. Put a smile on your face. You know what I'm saying? You see what the Most High did for our ancestors, and he's doing the same thing for us right now. Put a smile on your face. Enjoy it. You know? Like, man, it's late, man. I can be out here to no feast day. You be up scrolling on Instagram at this time anyway.
So that you've seen 3 times already.
You know what I'm saying? Watching Netflix, and I'm gonna watch this. I'm just gonna watch the rest of the season of fill in the blank. Nah, man, follow the laws of the Most High God and do it with gladness. Go ahead.
He ordained also that that day should be kept every year with gladness. Moreover, the hill of the temple that was by the tower he made stronger than it was, and there he dwelt himself with his company.
Go ahead.
Verse 53. And when Simon saw that John his son was a violent man, he made him captain of all the hosts, and he dwelt in Gaza.
All praises to Yahweh Shema Mashiach. And you build up your family, you build up your sons, you know what I'm saying? Give your daughters the tools to be a daughter of Zion, you know what I'm saying? And that vexes your enemy. When you put your what you know into someone else, it vexes your enemy. All right. When you teach your nephew, your niece, your son, your daughter, it vexes your enemy. All right. And it builds up the nation. And that's what we're doing. We're nation building right now. And keeping the law, statutes, commandments, and watching America crumble right before our eyes. The same land that our ancestors had to work from sun up to sundown. You can go in Philadelphia and see the slave quarters. You can go down south and see the slave quarters. None of that stuff is gone. That stuff is sitting right there. It's, oh, go to plantation this, you know what I mean? Down in Florida, it's like plantation in Florida. You know what I'm saying? None of that stuff is gone. But while we're building ourselves up and following the law, statutes, commandments, the Most High is bringing this place down. So then we can watch this place get nuked, go into the land of milk and honey, and sip wine with Yahweh Shai.
Come,
What's better than that?
come.
Bashima Mashiach.
Shema Makabasha.
Yeah.
Come.
We done did it. All right. That's it. Appreciate everybody coming. You know what I'm saying? This is the day of Simon, mighty man, mighty men, the Maccabees still, you know, their name lives on. You know what I mean? And Sirach, the 44th chapter, talks about great men. You know what I'm saying? Upstanding men, that their name is powerful. And we should all aim for that.
Come.
Because we're making a new Bible. You know what I'm saying? Like, not making a new Bible, Salakia. Please don't at me on that. You know what I'm saying? But this
He's
is
going off.
no, right? Going off. Salakia. But like it says, no longer will we say that, you know, he saved us out of the land of Egypt, saying us out of the land of the north. So all these things that we're doing are very important. You know, let's not do a Lot's wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you are in the Bible, aren't you? As Lot's wife. What's his name? King Manasseh. You know what I'm saying? Let's build ourselves up like Jeremiah and Isaiah. You know what I'm saying? Let's get a name like that, possibly in the kingdom to come. All right. So hopefully I was learned some things, you know what I'm saying? Some edification. All right, edification station. Let's get it. All right. And now let's do the anointing and eat, drink, pray, eat, drink, and be merry. Kom Yashal.
Come, Sean.
Oh, praises. All right, so it's the day of Simon lesson. Hopefully, you know, you learned some things. If we learned one thing,
Learn one thing.
we did our job.
Come.
All right. So I'm Captain Kasadia,
Brother Yatai.
HY Philadelphia. Kom Yashal.
Come, Sean.
Shalom.
Kwame Ashala.
Shalom.
Kwame
Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.
Yeah.
Oh, praises.
Praises.
Shalom.